Yo guys, it's Sanji, and in the video of today we're doing the Pharah hero guide. And Pharah is easily one of my favorite characters to play with, just because you can do so much things with her. You can play so many different styles with her, and you still can have a blast and have so much fun. But let's get right into the video. And if you didn't notice this already, Pharah's weapon is basically like a rocket launcher, and it shoots long-range explosive projectiles, and that's so handy because when the enemy has low damage, you just have an advantage because you have a launcher, and it deals way more damage to the enemy's body. And Pharah is basically like that heavy armored character in this game. And she shoots rocket projectiles, and that's the same thing as her ultimate barrage. It launches a continuous volley of mini rockets, and this is so useful because when the enemy is like capturing the objective and they're almost having it, and you pop your ability, you press triangle on PlayStation. I don't know what it is on PC or what the settings are on PC, but if you do that, the enemy just has a disadvantage just because you're shooting all mini rockets. But you should use it on close range just because the hip fire spread gets worse after long range, and then you just basically are in a disadvantage even that you're using your ultimate barrage. And it's so handy, and even when you see a group of enemies and they're not that far off, you can use it, and that's so helpful. And I, in this gameplay, as you see on screen, I don't use it the best. I should have gone to there, and I should have popped it up there, but it isn't bad, and it still got you some kills. And what I think is the best way to use your ultimate barrier, and it makes you kind of vulnerable, but use the jump jet, and it makes you fly rapidly forwards, and it gives you kind of advantage because the enemies are more less likely to see you, and that's just because you're very high up in the sky, so you have an advantage, but you're standing still and you're hovering, so that gives you disadvantage just because you're standing still, and it really doesn't help you that much just because you're a very easy target then. So if the enemy has a character like Hanzo, and he is good and he's accurate, then you basically have a problem because the enemy is more likely to hit you. What also works when you're using your ultimate barret is your passive hover jet, and that's just when you hover in the sky. As you'll see here, you can hover up in the sky. You got a fuel bar there up there, and if it's empty, your fuel, or basically your hover, is gone, but it reloads quickly, so you kind of have an advantage against other enemies, just because when you're both supposed to fall down, you can hover up in the sky for a little bit. And as you see how I pop it here, the enemy doesn't see me. I'm kind of in his back, and that's the advantage what I have in this gameplay, just because I'm so high up in the sky and the enemy is less likely to see me, and that's why I use my hover jet to go from place to place, and I'm not being seen that much, so I have the advantage. And now we are at the last ability of Pharah, and that is Concussive Blast. And Concussive Blast you can use in a variety of ways, in which I'm gonna tell you. But what Concussive Blast does is it launches an explosive blast to knock back enemies, or you can knock back yourself even in instances. Just because when you're damaged and you don't have so much health anymore, you can pop that and you basically aim it at the ground, and you'll launch yourself back a bit, and it gives you an advantage to get away from the enemy or to get away from the gunfight. And that's so useful about this thing, is you can also shoot the enemy away with this, and if you do that, you basically, or the enemy is gone and you avoid the gunfight, or you have more time to shoot or reload or what you gotta do. And that's what I like so much about Pharah, is that the abilities, you can use it all and you can mix it up and it still works so good. And what I think of Pharah is that she's one of the most well-rounded characters in this game, just because you can match everything together. But that's it for the video of today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video of today. Hashtag Super Sunday.